Bertrand and Carolyn Densmore are here, and they're here to talk about Hope for All. Thanks for being on the show.
Well, thank you very much.
For our audience out there that do not know what Hope for All is, kind of give us an overview of that.
All right. We are a nonprofit, faith-based organization that work with the homeless.
Okay.
That is all we do. The one criteria for us to help is homelessness.
Okay. Now, do you go to them or do they come to you?
They come to us.
Okay, so you have a facility that they can come to. Is it an overnight facility or is it just a meet and greet type of organization?
Kelly is our intake coordinator, and I'm going to go on and steal her thunder. She's also our PR person and doing a great job. Okay. But we have a brand new office at Christian Clinic. They have donated the space for us. So she is there every day, Monday through Friday, from 9:30 to 12. And she does the intake and the evaluation, and then she lets the rest of us know what it is we need to do to help that person.
Okay. So homeless people know about where you're at and they come to visit you? Is that how it works? Okay. Yeah. How do you get the word out other than, this? Homeless people are kind of detached from local news and that kind of thing. How do you get the word out?
Well, they talk among themselves to begin with. We have public service announcements. We come and tell different groups. We've been to the Lions Club. We've been to UCRC. We go anywhere anyone will let us talk about it, because we have an estimated 200 homeless people in Mountain Home at one time. That's estimated, and that's last summer's estimation. Yeah. And that's just our homeless clients telling us of the camps and where that they know of.
So when you find that information out, then you go and reach out to them, or you let other people know of church organizations and that kind of thing. So that's how you get the word out. And
we have people that go out on the street. Okay. And Kelly's gone out on the street and met folks. We have a Jerry Castor from the Catholic Church. His is a street ministry. He will go and see people, ask them if they're needing help. It's not hard to tell a homeless person if you're looking.
Yeah, yeah.
And the more you look, the more you see. We're kind of trained to look past things sometimes, you know. Yeah. But if you look, you can usually tell if somebody's struggling, needs help. Yeah. So we tell them where to go. Christian Clinic. We also, before we were in the Christian Clinic, and Kelly was our coordinator, we worked out of the First United Methodist Church. Okay.
So how old is the organization? How long have you been servicing
We're a good
people?
year old right now. We start counting January of last year as our
And what services do you provide once you connect with the people and you know that they're homeless? How do you help them, and what do you do for them?
Basically, if, say you're homeless, you come to me, you come in the office, and you're like, I'm homeless, and you're a man, you're 45, 50 years old. We've been getting the average of men, and we've been getting them around in their 50, 60-year-old. So I see in the community like Salvation Army, Center Hope, different places first to see if any of that will fit and help us.
Okay. So
and then I go to tents. We give them sleeping bags. We also have a Hope House right now. We have different houses that have been opening up, so we call numbers, and just see the best. And we don't just leave them. We don't just say, okay, we got you somewhere. We're like advocates. I'm an advocate. I'm a social worker. I'm an intake person.
So you have resources at your disposal that you can.
We use everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
We use everybody here in town because we're not trying to duplicate. We're trying to enhance.
Yeah.
So yes, if we find out that they've lost their Social Security card, or they need their birth certificate, or they don't have their driver's license, they've lost it, or it's been stolen, we get them to those facilities that can help them. If they can't help them, then we'll go a little bit farther and help them
Yeah.
ourselves and get on the computer and do all the research. We've contacted Nelda Speaks to help us sometimes that other agencies would not, other state agencies would not be that helpful. And she would have to call, or some of her staff would call and talk our agency to their agency to get what we need. We've had the Catholic Diocese call in Massachusetts and go through archival records to get a woman's baptismal date because she was born at home. She didn't have a birth certificate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's hard to prove who you are, and everybody wants to know you're here, okay, but you have to have an address. You have to have a photo ID. You have to have a driver's license, a social security, but you can't get all those others without a birth certificate or a driver's license or a permanent address. And if you're homeless, you may not have those, or you've lost them, or they've been stolen.
So there's not a certain set of things you help somebody with. They may have individual needs that they may ask you for. So
clothes.
Okay.
We have the clothes exchange that works with us. You know, all kinds of things. I wanted to share, it also takes a different kind of person when you're working on the field. I mean, they can feel who you are, and if you've been through it, they adapt to you easier. And I wanted to share something real quick. In August of 2019, I prayed that to God that I would find the right volunteer place for me to volunteer at. 2 days later, I met a homeless man, and I brought him to the Methodist church. And at the Methodist church, there was an intake lady that I've known for years as a dear friend. After we were done with the man, she looked at me and she says, I see you in this position. I see you a good, into the group for Hope for All, and a good addition. And 5 months later, I'm an office supervisor and I'm PR. And you've met me before with PR through the literacy. And that's where my dream started happening, is through the literacy. And now I'm here, and I have share a little bit about myself that you didn't get to hear at the literacy part, is that I have a deep passion for helping homeless because I was homeless myself. And it started at the age of 16. I was thrown out as a teenager. And it also happened at 19, and then 22, I had left my abusive fiance with my 5-month-old child. And there was about 5 other times, even in Mountain Home, that I have been homeless. And it's a scary feeling. It's a feeling that you're all alone. Just all kinds of feeling like you're nobody. And, so I think working with the clients that I have, they know I'm 100% out for them. Yeah. They know the caring spirit. I think they pick up that I've been through what they've been through. And then if I see a young, like one of my recent ones, was a young lady, and she was talking to me about being beat and a kid, and it brought me back. I'm 44 now. It brought me back in my 20s, and I said, I've already, and I told her a little of my testimony, and I said, look at where I am now. You can.
It doesn't take much to be homeless. You can, if you are a single mother and your child is sick, and the school doesn't take them in,
Right.
You have to stay
Right.
home with a sick child. You miss work. You get fired from work. You can't pay your house note. Or your rent. You can't pay your car payment. Pretty soon, you're out on the street.
Yeah.
If you can get a job while the child is in school, you may squeak by with your car payment. And we do have folks living in their cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how simple, 1 or 2 paychecks, and you're out.
Yeah, and I think that national statistics, that the normal person can't live 4 months past.
No,
If they were off for 4 months, they would be in a homeless situation also.
but even if you're in a car wreck, I mean, you know, right then and there,
Yeah.
not only do you then have medical bills and you may be disabled and you've been thrown out of your apartment, if you have no family or friends that'll help you a little bit, and then you can't sleep on couches forever.
Yeah. Well, one of the main reasons you're here is to get the information out. For people that are watching, what would you want them to do for you? Do you want them to look for homeless people, or if they know somebody, can they contact you?
If they know a homeless person, yes, send them to the Christian Clinic from 9:30 to 12, Monday through Friday. They can get an intake from Kelly.
Where's that address for the
That's on.
you have it there with you?
The address is 421 West Wade Avenue and 425-5010 extension 228, and they'll reach me. We also have a hotline, and we give out our cards. It's 1833 Hope for All, and there's somebody will
And is it just Baxter County or anybody in the
surrounding.
surrounding counties?
Yeah, we can work easier with Baxter County folks. I mean, you know, because they're the closest. Everything is volunteer. No one is paid a salary. No one gets anything money-wise. So we live on donations. We live on fundraisers. And now we're going to start living on grants, hopefully.
Okay.
So
Well, being a year old, I'm sure you're going to be growing at some point. You could be expanding and whatever.
well,
What do
in
you
a
want to tell
year's
us?
time, we've got a house that we have men in, and we have a place that we can put families for short times.
Okay.
Wow,
All right.
that's great.
What'd you want to add to
Yeah.
that, Kelly?
I have two things. For the PR part, in February, we have 2 people that had said we can put donation buckets there for February. And I call it like show lots of love or something. We're going to make little buckets. And Sunfest was one of them that we think.
Okay.
And then Mitchell's, it's here in Mount Home.
Okay. Sunfest in Gassville.
Yes.
Okay.
And Mitchell's.
And then what I thought was awesome is we came out with free daily community meals. So there is a meal each day.
Okay.
And if you're homeless, there, you know, our church, some of the churches that got together, and one of them is the Salvation Army on Sunday morning, and that is breakfast at 9:15, and the address there is 121 Highway 201 North. Monday is the Seventh Day Adventist.
That's
Sorry.
at the First United Methodist Church.
Okay.
Tuesday is the Hope Center Church on 201.
Okay.
So different places.
Every single day, somewhere there is a meal served, and we have that information on our web page and on our Facebook page.
Okay.
And so
And can they call and get that information too?
they can call.
Okay.
Yes.
If
Okay.
they,
And these are on boards in town, and
Oh, okay.
the gas station has them up.
is it
Okay.
all just breakfast or is it
No,
different
a
meals?
lot of them is dinner, and a lot
Okay.
of them are from 4:30 to 6.
Okay.
Most of only their dinners every night except
Friday,
Friday is the Catholic Church has lunch.
1 to 2.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, Salvation Army has breakfast.
Has breakfast.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
and you do not have to stay for church services or anything like that. This is people giving what they have to other folks
Okay. All right.
and helping.
Sounds like a great group. And would you guys come back sometime?
Oh,
and
we
update
love
us?
it. Yes.
I have a fundraiser that I'm trying to put together
Okay.
a bowl-a-thon. So
And what
We
what
don't
time
have
do you
any
have
information.
any information?
No.
yeah,
it's
so
Well, when
we'd
you
love
do,
to
come on
come back
back.
and
Yeah, come on back and we'll be glad to try to get the word out for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much. And there was some information on the screen, and there it is if you want to write that down, and we'll have more information at the end of the show. So thank you guys so much, and hope to come back, and we hope to hear great stories, success stories.
Oh,
when
we've
you come
got
back.
those.
Okay.
We've got those.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Cindy Costa, and she's going to be talking about the Masquerade Ball. Stay with us. Oh, there she is.